you from?
East Portland. All day, baby. East PDX. Born and bred.
How'd you get started?
Wrote my first rap song when I was 8. Didn't really start recording until I was like 16, 17. I didn't really take it seriously. My friend Val got me into it and just kind of took off from there, you know? Always loved rap music though. Just grew up on that, so. It's always been a part of my life, you know, almost 20 years now. Long ass time.
That's how long you've been doing it?
Yeah, recording about 10 and then writing about 20. Wrote my first verse actually when I was in Hawaii on vacation with my pops years ago. Didn't really take it seriously. I was just copying Rakim's microphone theme. So
yeah. How do you come up with your song?
Well, usually I start with. Well, it starts two different ways. One, it'll either start with the lyrics or it'll start with the beat. Sometimes I'll find a beat that just has that vibe that I'm feeling, so I'll write something that, you know, I feel would work well for that track. Like, it's like, oh, this is a strip club joint, so I'm gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? So then I come up with different things, pull from experiences from when I'm at the strip club. The main thing I like to do on my music is have a few, you know, a lot of rap is trumped up, it's feeding your own vanity. It's basically all it is. But I like to put my own experiences in it. So like if I'm doing a song about the strip club, I'm gonna put some lines in there about something that actually happened to me at a strip club. So anybody who knows me or something like that, maybe was there, they feel from that, they feed off of that kind of thing. So I usually start with a story and then take it from there. You know, trump it up, you know, it becomes a song kind of thing. That's usually how I come up with something. One story turns into a song.
How long does it take you to come up with your songs, your album?
The songs are the easy part. I can do a song in a day, no problem. Maybe less than a couple hours, the song is done. I write verses pretty quickly because once I get the rhythm going and I think of the things that I want to say, the rhyming part is the easy part for me. And then it's just all piecing it together. But the album is different because if I do a song a day, 15 days it's done, but then half of the songs I don't like, so I cut half of them. So this album took me 2 years to do. Not that long to write, just getting rid of songs, putting new ones on, that kind of thing. Because I wanted it to be, it's my Mona Lisa. It's my perfect album for me. Now I just do it like I don't even care. Like I'll release it myself, 1,000 copies, and not even give a shit.
Right.
You know, just whatever. I just love doing that shit. You know? I'll record a song I want to release it. I don't give a shit. It sounds like, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes
just to get it out there. Yeah.
Sometimes I do. Like I'll just do that and just release a free one, like on Facebook, or release something like that. Like a freestyle over like a famous beat or some shit like that.
Yeah. What keeps you inspired to continue to do music?
Money? No, I'm just playing. It's not the money, I promise. I just like the feeling of when you hear a new song for the first time from your favorite artist. You know that feeling like, you know, that new 50 joint comes out or whatever and it just goes. Or anything, the new J joint or whatever, and just goes. I like giving that feeling to other people who like my music. You know what I'm saying? So like, people are like, oh my God, you hear that new Spitfire song? I'm like, yeah, it's stupid. I like to give that feeling because I love that feeling so much when I hear that new joint. So that's kind of what inspires me to always have songs like that.
You done any shows?
Lots of shows. I've done most of the venues around Portland. I've done Barracuda, I've done Roseland, I've done, you know, of course, Lindo's, like up in Vancouver. Did some shows in San Diego, did one in Las Vegas. A lot of shows, probably, you know, done 15 or 20 venues.
One of the weirdest things that happened at a show you did?
Weirdest things that happened?
Weirdest, funniest, extremist?
I mean, besides police and ambulances, I mean, I've had a few of those situations at some of my shows. A lot of fights and random stuff, but one of the best experiences I've had was unique when I was in San Diego. They do these drag racing events at Qualcomm Stadium where the Chargers play, and so I did some shows out there, and probably got the best response I've ever gotten ever. You know, sold a bunch of CDs and, you know, just kind of made a name for myself in a city that I wasn't really familiar with, so it was pretty cool.
Best response from one of those shows?
Best response
you can remember.
Best response I had was probably in San Diego. They at Qualcomm Stadium where the Chargers play, they do these drag racing events where they bring cars out and they just race them like out in the parking lot. It's like this big festival that they do out there like on Saturday nights. So it's a big stage, a lot of people, all that kind of shit. So I was doing some old songs from my first album and it was just, everybody was going crazy. Like I was selling CDs. I probably sold a couple hundred CDs, you know, and there was probably only 1,000 people there. So like a big chunk of those people like bought the CD because it was a good energy. Like I clicked really well with that group of people. Yeah, so that's probably the best response that I've had.
What are your goals?
My goals, you know, I'd like to make it a career, obviously. You know, I do well enough now that I don't necessarily need to, but I want to do it as a career. So I would love to, you know, get a major label deal, get some exposure, you know, go national with it, like any artist that's passionate about it would like to do. But honestly, just it makes me happy. So like, if I'm 40 years old and I don't have a deal, I'm still gonna spend a few $1,000s, drop a new CD, and do it. So like, my ultimate goal is just like keep doing it for as long as I love it.
Future projects. What do you have on the forefront right now?
Well, History of Violence 2. The hard copies are going to be out here this summer, so everybody will be able to get that. I am going to do a new CD. Hopefully, I'm going to talk to this guy about doing this CD. This mixtape, it's untitled as of now. We're going to talk about it. But I'm going to do a new mixtape, probably be out by the fall, to kind of like help promote the album, because really like this album is like my masterpiece. Like I feel like I did everything exactly how I wanted it to be, and I think that it's a perfect representation of like my skill and, you know, my personality. So History of Violence 2, that's the next really good.
What's a must to have in the studio when you go to the studio?
Caffeine. Caffeine and alcohol. And nicotine. Those are the things that I have to have. Usually bottle of Ciroc, Starbucks, and lots of cigarettes.
Contact info. How can people get in touch with you?
You can follow me on Twitter at Spitfuego. You can get at me on there. My Facebook page, you know, look up Spitfire there. Yeah, I mean, I got a website. You can't really contact me on it, but I got a lot of music on there and stuff like that. But the best way to contact me is probably through my Facebook or my Twitter. If you get at me on Twitter, I'll get back at you. You know what I'm saying? Just at Spitfuego, SPITFUEGO.
All right. Anybody you want to shout out?
You shout out to the free agents, FA All Day. You already know that's my crew. Shout out to everybody who helped make this new album possible. Rome, Flip Styles, my boy Conflicting, my family, my pseudo manager Jovi with the abnormally sized head. Shout out to all the people that love me, because I really need y'all, so it's a good look. What up, it's your boy Spitfire. You watching Showcase Theory TV.
Shit happened. Your team couldn't make it this year.